you have anything to worry about, Charlie Brown. After all, science has shown that a person's character isn't fully established until he's at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh well, that's the way it goes.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. The only thing wrong with my big brother, Charlie Brown, is his lack of confidence. His inferiority and his lack of confidence. Oh, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence. Oh, his stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
You're the kind of reminder we need. Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game? Never been able to keep a kite in the air? Never won a game of checkers? And never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency.
You have
humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
I think Charlie Brown has nice hands.
It is truly a dog's life, filled with many challenges. You try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
You're a prince and a prince could be king.
Now, Linus, I want you to look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Now, this is what you call a failure face. Notice how it has failure written all over it. Study it carefully, for you rarely see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face you're liable to see in a long while.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Some days I like to wake up early and watch the sunrise. And I think how beautiful it is and how my life lies before me. And I get a very positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky is so clear, and the sun, it's so bright. How could anything possibly go wrong on a day like this? I'm late!
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed. You're a good man, Charlie Brown, and we know you will go very far. Yes, it's hard to believe, almost frightening to conceive what a good man you are. You are kind. You are kind to all the animals and every little bird. With a heart of gold, you believe what you're told. You bravely face adversity, you're cheerful through the day. You're thoughtful, brave, and courteous.
And you also have some faults, but for the moment, let's just say
that you're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince, and a prince could be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go out and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be king.
Everybody says to me,
you're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Every voice in harmony.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily. Wonder why they stop to say,
you're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Never liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Trying not to rock the boat, not to make a scene. A good man, yes, but I confess I don't know what they mean. I want to rise like I should and
Charlie
Don't
Brown.
want to be late for school.
That's right.
Don't want to be late.
Don't want to be late for school. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
There they go again.
You're the kind of reminder we need.
Don't know what they
have
mean.
humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. And we know you will go very far. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go anywhere. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be king. You could be king. Big leaders.
I memorize that phrase by heart.
And you were born for this part.
So tell me,
You're a good man.
I need to know
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
when do the good things start?
You're a good man, for adversity. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
This is my report on the past. The past has always interested people. I must admit, however, that I don't know much about it. I wasn't here when it happened.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. Always having to sit here alone. Of course, mornings aren't always that great either. Lying awake and wondering if anyone would care if I never got out of bed. Then there's evenings when I lie awake and think about all the stupid things I've done during the day. Well, then there are those hours in between when I do those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is about the worst time of day for me. Guess I better see what I've got. Peanut butter. Some psychologists say people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. When you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Boy, the PTA sure did a good job painting these benches. There's that cute little redheaded girl eating her lunch over there. Wonder what she'd say if I went over and asked if I could sit next to her. She'd probably laugh in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty spot next to her on the bench. There's no reason I couldn't go and sit next to her. I could do that right now. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I am a coward. I am so much of a coward, she wouldn't even think of looking at me. She hardly ever does look at me. Actually, I can't remember her ever looking at me. Well, why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason in the world why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I'm so small that she can't spare one little moment? She's looking at me. She's looking at me.
No, Sally, you're thinking of the other dress, the one I wore to Lucinda's party. The dress I'm talking about is the very light blue one with the design embroidered around the waist.
I don't remember.
It went something like this. And the skirt went out like this, and it had puffy sleeves and a sash like this.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yes, well, that was the dress I was wearing last week when I met Frida, and she told me she saw one.
Lunchtime is among the worst time of day for me. That little redhead girl's looking at me with this bag on my head. She must think I'm the biggest fool alive. On the other hand, if she's not looking at me, I could take it off and it'd be like it never happened. Then again, if I never take it off, I don't have to know if she was looking or not. On the other hand, it's very hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh well, that's one lunch hour down. Only 2,863 more to go. All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Do you know something, Schroeder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. Do you know something else? It's always been my dream that I'd marry a man who plays the piano. At parties he'd play something nice like April showers. I'm sure you could play something nice like April showers. Or even Frere Jacques. Beethoven's nice too. Just imagine, what would you think if someday you and I should get married? Wouldn't you like that if someday we two should get married? My Aunt Marion was right. Never try to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally. But I truly think that a man can come close to it by directing all of the forces of his life towards a single goal that he believes in. And I think that a man's personal search for happiness isn't a selfish thing either, because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week.
You know, a princess sort of a thing. A beautiful dress, nice slippers, a big ballroom. But I guess that's sort of silly, isn't it, Charlie Brown?
Oh, well, we all have our daydreams or ambitions or whatever. I mean, I've had one myself for years, but I've never told anyone.
What is it? You can tell me.
No, it's not the sort of thing one tells. No, I don't think I should.
Oh, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone, please.
I've always wanted to be called Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I want to be really good at sports and have everyone call me Flash. I want to be so good at everything, and all around school I'll be known as Flash.
Hey, Peter, listen to this! Charlie Brown wants to be called Flash!
What's wrong, Sally?
Well, I don't know. I was jumping rope, everything was all right, and suddenly it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always inspired by the sounds of the countryside.
Come back here with that ball, you blockhead!
Beethoven had it nice.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
Hi, Snoopy. We're home from school. Hi, buddy. I'm glad to see you.
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
All right, bud, back on your doghouse. I'll be out later with your supper.
I think Snoopy is such a wonderful dog.
Me too. He's just about the best there is.
They like me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on. Here I lie, not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bed, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad at all. Faithful friends, always near me, bring me bones, scratch my ears. Little birds come to cheer me every day, sitting here on my stomach with the sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful, and sometimes there are so many that I can hardly stand it. Ah! Rats! I feel every now and then that I'm gonna bite someone. I know every now and then what I want to be. A fierce jungle animal crouched on the limb of a tree. La 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 la. I'd stay very, very still till I see a victim come. I'd wait knowing very well every second counts. And then like the fierce jungle creature I am, I would pounce. I'd pounce. I'd pounce. I didn't realize it was so far down to the ground from up here. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bed, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I wonder if it will snow tonight. How?
I think I'll walk right up to that little redheaded girl and I'll introduce myself. I'll introduce myself and I'll ask if I can sit next to her. I'll ask if I can sit next to her and I'll tell her how much I've always admired her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon.
Yesterday I was a dog. Today I am a dog. Tomorrow I will probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope for advancement.
Today is April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown, and I think I'll play a little trick on you. I think I'll try a little trick. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand that today is April Fool's Day? I want to be sure you understand. You sure?
Yes.
Hey, Charlie Brown, that little red-haired girl's over there, and she wants to give you a hug and a kiss.
Really? Wow, that's fantastic!
April Fool! Just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Snoopy, do you see this stick? I, the human being, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, will fetch it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I got it!
You give me back my blanket!
No! I've got it and I'm going to keep it. This is just the start you need to breaking this disgusting habit.
Well, apparently you haven't read the latest scientific reports. A blanket is just as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time restoring antique automobiles, building model trains, collecting old telephones, or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly. And this is good for to help these men to cope with their everyday problems. Now I think it's going to be absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back. So I'm just going to give it a good yank. It's surprising what you can accomplish with some smooth talking and fast action. Got you back again. Delightful. La 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 dee da. Sucking your thumb without a blanket is like eating a cone without ice cream. My blanket and me. I love you, I love you, I
It's
love
my
you.
little baby brother with his baby blanket.
There's your silly little brother with his silly blanket.
You know how babies are with their blankets.
Well, what do you mean? It's a cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, 'cause I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go away and leave it on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the... Don't ever let me do that again.
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it. I actually thought I could do it. Ready or not, here I come! It's foolish, I know it. I'll try to outgrow it. But meanwhile, it's my blanket.
And me.
And me.
And me.
And me. And me.
Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be queen. When I grow up, I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. And I will live in a big palace with a big front lawn. And I'll have lots of beautiful dresses to wear. And when I go out in my
Lucy.
coach, all the people will wave and I will shout at them.
Lucy, I believe queen is an inherited title. Yes, I'm quite sure. In order for someone to become a queen, she must be born into the right family of the correct lineage so that she may assume the throne after the death of the reigning monarch. I can't think of any possible way that you could ever be queen. Sorry, Lucy, but it's true.
And in the summertime, I will go to my summer palace and I'll wear my crown and swimming and everything. And all the people will cheer and I will shout at them and... What do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
There must be a loophole. This kind of thing always has a loophole. Nobody should be kept from being queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic!
Good grief.
It's usually just a matter of knowing the right people. I'm sure a few pieces of well-placed correspondence and I'll get to be queen in no time.
I think I'll watch television.
I know what I'll do. I'll become very rich. Yes, I will work and work until I'm very rich, and then I will buy myself a queendom.
Good grief.
I will buy myself a queendom, and I will kick out the old queen and take over the whole operation. I will be head queen. All right, change the channel.
Are you kidding me? Do I look like one of your royal subjects? What makes you think you could come in here and just take over?
These 5 fingers. Individually, they are nothing. But when I curl them into a fist, they become a fighting force terrible to behold.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Supper time?
Not yet.
Supper time?
Not yet.
I see. I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture. How can anyone get a C in coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I judged on my talent? If so, is it right that I be judged on a part of life over which I have no control? If I was judged on my effort, then I was judged unfairly, for I tried as hard as I could. Was I judged on what I had learned about this project? If so, then were not you, my teacher, also responsible for your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Are you willing to share my C? Perhaps I was judged by the quality of coat hanger itself, out of which my creation was made. Now, is this not also unfair? Am I to be judged by the quality of coat hangers that are used by the dry cleaning establishment that returns our garments? Is that not the responsibility of my parents? Should they not share my seed? Thank you, Miss Othmar. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
little more wind, little more hope. Gotta get this stupid kite to fly. Gotta make sure it doesn't snag, doesn't droop, doesn't drag. Gotta watch out for every little whoops. Little less speed, little more tack, little less rise, little more slack. Gotta keep my wits about me now. Gotta make sure it doesn't get the best of me till I get it in the air somehow. Millions of little kids do it every day. They make a kite and poof, it's in the sky. Leave it to me to have the one fool kite who likes to see a little kid cry. Little less talk, little more skill, little less luck, little more will. Gotta face this fellow eye to eye. Now that I've seen you chasing moles, climbing trees, digging holes, catching a string on everything passing by, why not fly? Wait a minute, what's it doing? Oh, it isn't in a tree. It's in the air. Look at that. It's caught the breeze now. It's past the trees now, with room to spare. Oh, what a beautiful sight. And I'm not such a clumsy guy. If I really try, I can really fly a kite. Oh, good grief.
How are you today, Sally?
I'm mad. I'm mad at the whole world.
Are you mad at everybody in the world?
I'm mad at everybody.
Are you mad at the animals and the birds and the fish? What about the trees and the flowers?
Oh, I'm mad at them too. I'm mad at everything.
Are you mad at the stars and the sky? What about the rocks and the ground? Are you mad at cars and buildings and TV and circuses and roller skates and bracelets?
You didn't mention jump ropes.
Are you mad at jump
I'm
ropes?
especially mad at stupid jump ropes.
Here, Lucy, this is yours. Happy Valentine's Day. That doesn't sound right. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. You can do it if you don't get nervous. Here, Lucy, I made this for you. Okay, here it goes. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Merry Christmas. Ah! I'd give anything if that little redheaded girl sent me a Valentine. Maybe she did send me one. Maybe she sent one and it's in our mailbox right now. I'm scared to look. If I open it and there's nothing in there, I'll be crushed. But on the other hand, if she did send me something, I've got to look. Hello? Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
I've been thinking about why you didn't get any Valentines, big brother. I think I figured it out. You didn't get any Valentines because no one sent you any.
I can't stand it. Look at them all, laughing and enjoying themselves with their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to everyone I know this Valentine's Day. And did I get any return? No, not one single Valentine. Nobody likes me. I get about as many Valentines as a dog. My stomach hurts. Oh, Lucy, I'm so depressed. Everything's going wrong. I just don't know what to do.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe there's something I can do to help. I think what you need most of all is to come out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
Do you think it'll help?
Certainly.
All right, I'll try. I'm not very handsome, or clever, or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream. Oh, how could there possibly be one small person so thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me?
Well, that's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Certainly. You don't think listing a few superficial failings is going to do you any good? Why, Charlie Brown, you really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am, and nobody likes me. Not Frida, or Shermie, or Linus, or Schroeder.
Or Lucy.
Or Lucy.
Or Snoopy.
Or Snoop. Wait a minute, Snoopy likes me.
He only likes you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Why was I born just to be one small person so thoroughly, totally, utterly?
Wait, you're not very much of a person.
That's certain.
And yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope?
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have the distinction to be no one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me!
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown, you're you.
You know something, Lucy? I'm starting to feel better already. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please.
I couldn't decide if I wanted fudge marble, chocolate, Rocky Road vanilla, or butter pecan. I finally decided to try fudge marble. Then I had to decide between a plain cone and a sugar cone. I decided on the sugar cone. So what happened? I went out the door, and I dropped the whole thing on the sidewalk. Don't tell me my life isn't a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today's my grandfather's birthday today.
Well, how old is he?
63. It's hard to believe that he was once a human being.
Why is it I always have my supper in the red dish and my drinking water in the yellow dish? One of these days, I'm going to have my supper in the yellow dish and my drinking water in the red dish. Life is just too short not to live it up a little.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about money? This is art, you blockhead! This is great music I'm playing, and playing great music is an art! Do you hear me? An art! 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 Art!
You fascinate me. What? What? What?
Call the principal and hand him the news. We've got a holiday that he can't refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day?
A reverential mission.
Beethoven Day.
The hope of each musician. No more am I the only guy to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Beethoven Day?
Yes, as in Ludwig van Beethoven. composer, born 1770, died 1827, the eldest of 3 sons. Ludwig's mother was the daughter.
Whatever! Schroeder! I just want to say I'm on your side. I want to help you, publicity-wise, with Beethoven's birthday.
Thanks for your support, guys, but I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday commercialized.
Commercialized?
Yes, next thing you know, they'll be selling Beethoven t-shirts.
Beethoven Day!
If you're wondering, now how do we start? Just blow the music till you know it by heart. We're gonna celebrate, we'll throw a party. Beethoven's birthday. Beethoven Day. And when you state the title, Beethoven Day, you hear a great recital. The right of every boy and girl to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day.
In every newspaper.
We'll start a chain of Beethoven superstores.
It's a Beethoven theme park!
We can have a bake sale.
Wait! That's too commercial!
Let's imagine it, that glorious hour, filled with emotion, yet inspired with power, when we all honor the man we adore, on the day we place the newest face on Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore. Beethoven Day. A moment of reflection. Beethoven Day. A classical injection. So facing this direction, we begin it today. A musical collection, everybody can play. Beethoven, right of every boy and girl to stand up and say, hooray! Time for celebrate. Beethoven way. La 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 la. Hooray!
All right, everybody up for rabbit tasting!
Oh, good grief!
Let's go, Snoopy, up and at 'em! It's a magnificent day for tasting rabbits. The air is clear, the sun is shining, the fields and woodlands lie open and inviting.
If it's such a magnificent day, why spoil it for rabbits?
Come on, Snoopy! Where's that old thrill of the chase? Where is your spirit of adventure? What kind of a dog are you anyway?
I am a sleeping dog. You take it from there.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Wasting a perfect day like today. The scent is fresh. The trail is clear. Now let's get out there and track us down a big old rabbit.
Well, I get the feeling she's determined. All right, then. If that's what she wants, she might as well get her money's worth.
Attaboy, Snoopy. We ought to see lots of game today.
You just want to put your head in your arm and stare off into space. This can go on for hours. If you're unusually depressed, you may even have to change arms.
Schroeder, what did you do with that picture of me I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own hands?
Of course.
He touched my picture!
Today's been a bad day for me. Maybe if I'm lucky, tomorrow will be a better day.
In some parts of the world, tomorrow is already today. So, if tomorrow's already today, Charlie Brown, then there's no way that tomorrow could ever be a better day.
You're a lot of fun to have around.
Chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing
Rabbits?
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Rabbits?
A book report on Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about a stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go.
The name of the book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it I like the part where it was it reminded me of Robin Hood. The part where Little John jumped on the rock and the sheriff of Nottingham's back, and then Robin and everyone swung in the trees in a sudden surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all of his goods, and they carried him back to the camp in the woods where the sheriff was guest with the dinner and all. But he wriggled away and he sounded the call, and the men rushed in and the arrows flew. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing too.
And the other people's name was McGregor. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
When considering such a work as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabric of its deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressures so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to commit acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also plan to explore the personality of Mr. McGregor and his conflicting roles as both farmer and humanitarian. Peter Rabbit is established at the start as a benevolent hero, and it is only with the increase of social pressure.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. Get a fresh start tomorrow, and it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure if I wait till tomorrow. I should start writing now, but if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, yes!
Down came the staff on his head, smash! And Robin fell like a sack full of lead, crash! The sheriff laughed and then left him for dead, ha! But he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Just then an arrow flew in, ring! It was a sign for the fight to begin, sing! And it looked like the sheriff could win, ha! But not for long. away they ran. Just like rabbits who run a lot, as you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 rabbits chasing rabbits.
How do they expect us to write a book report of inequality in just 2 days?
And onions and
How can they conspire to make life so miserable and so objectively in so many ways?
Not to mention the extreme pressure exerted on him by his deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
Rabbits chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits.
And they were very, 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 very happy to be home.
The end.
94, 95, the very, very, very end.
Amen.
Book report on Peter Rabbit. Haven't even started yet.
Here's the World War I flying ace high over France in his Sopwith camel, searching for the infamous Red Baron. I must bring him down. Suddenly, anti-aircraft fire, Archie we used to call it, begins to burst beneath my plane. The Red Baron has spotted me. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. Ha 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 ha! You can't hit me! Actually, tough flying aces never say nya nya. Oh, drat this fog! It's bad enough to have to fight the Red Baron without having to fly in weather like this. Where are you, Red Baron? You can't hide forever! Oh, the sun has broken through. I can see the woods of Montsec below. But what's that? It's a Fokker triplane! Ha ha ha! I've got you this time, Red Baron! He's diving down out of the sun! He's tricked me again! Oh! I've gotta go! Come on, Sopwith Camel, let's go! Go, Camel, go! I can't shake him! He's riddling my plane with bullets! Ah, curse you, Red Baron! Curse you and your kind! Curse the evil that causes all this unhappiness! Whew. Here's the World War I flying ace, back at the aerodrome in France. He is exhausted. Yet he does not sleep. For one thought continues to burn in his mind. Someday I'll get you, Red Baron.
Oh yeah, that's what you think. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
What?
That's my new philosophy. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
Why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like it. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? The teacher gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her.
New philosophy.
My new philosophy, Miss Spade. I'm she.
Like
C. A D. A D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy.
Why are you telling me? My new philosophy.
That's great, Sally, but I've got to go practice Chopin's Nocturne in B flat minor.
No! I like it. No! That's a good philosophy. No! No! No!
That's your new philosophy, huh?
Yes! I mean, no! Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. When life's a dizzy maze on alternating days, I choose a different phrase.
Your new philosophy.
My new philosophy.
Sally, some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of the tone.
Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in, and some take a lifetime.
Mine take a minute.
But Sally, anything that only takes a minute can't be very lasting. I mean, look at Beethoven. It took him almost 2 years to write his brilliant... I can't stand it!
I can't stand it. I like it. It's like a guarantee. My new philosophy. And things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy. Much more philosophy with my brand new. You know, someone has said that we should live each day as if it were the last day of our lives.
Ah! This is it! This is the last day! I only have 24 hours left! Help me! Help me! Ah!
Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy.
All right, gang. I want this to be our biggest and best game of the year. I want everyone out there playing with everything he's got, and I think
Charlie
that-
Brown, I've thought up some new strategy for you. Why don't you tell the other team we're playing at a certain place, only that isn't the real place, and then when they don't show up, we win by forfeit. Isn't that good strategy? I don't understand these managers who don't want to use good strategy.
The thing we have to remember is spirit and teamwork. I'm sure if we grit our teeth and...
The other team was trash-talking us, Charlie Brown. I got them back, though. I said, you guys think you're so great? Mozart was writing symphonies when he was your age. That really shut him up.
I bet it did. I'm sure if we grit our teeth and bear down, we can finish off this season with a win.
Perhaps you shouldn't be playing manager, Charlie Brown. Perhaps you should be a bench manager.
That's a good idea. You'd be a great bench manager, big brother. You could say, bench, do this, or bench, do that. You could even decide where we put the bench. When we get to the playing field, you could say, let's put the bench here. Or let's put the bench there.
I can't stand it.
What's the sense in our playing if we know we're gonna lose? If there was even 1,000,000 to 1 chance we might win, it might make some sense.
There may not be 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but I'm sure there's at least a billion to 1 chance.
Yeah!
Come on, give me a T.
T!
Give me an E.
E!
Give me an A.
A!
Give me an M.
M!
What have you got?
There is no team like the best team, which is our team right here. We will show you we're the best team in the very little league this year. And in no time, we'll be big time with the big league baseball stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game, and the championship is ours.
Dear pen pal, you'll never guess what happened today at the baseball game. It's hard to believe what happened today at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always, but somehow or other disaster struck at the baseball game. Huddle up!
Break!
Here we go, Charlie Brown.
Swing!
I got it. I thought you had it.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the bases were loaded with 2 men out. I pitched my curve, but somehow he hit it a good, strong clout. Lucy, I hollered, it's coming right to you. She caught it as easy as pie, then dropped it. I don't think it's good for a team's morale to see their manager cry. Snoopy helped out by biting a runner and catching the ball in his teeth. Linus caught flies from 3rd story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we had fortitude, no one could argue with that. And 1 run would win us the game as I came up to bat.
All right, Charlie Brown. We're all behind you. Sort of. This kid can't pitch, Charlie Brown. She pitches like my grandmother. And all you have to do is bear down. Just bear down. And when you get to first, watch for my signal. Got it, Flash? And the championship is ours. Go.
2 men were on with 2 outs, with me with 1 strike to go. Then I saw her, this cute little red-headed girl I know. Firmly I vowed I would win it for her, and I shouldered my bat and I swung. Dear pen pal, I'm told where you live is really quite far. Could you please send direction on how I can get where you are? Your friend, Charlie Brown.
I'm sorry to have to say this right to your face, Lucy, but it's true. You're a very crabby person. Now, I know your crabbiness has probably become so natural to you that you're not even aware of it anymore, but it's true just the same. You're a very crabby person, and you're crabby to almost everybody you meet. Now, I hope you don't mind me saying this, and I hope you take it in the spirit that it's meant. I just think we should be open to any opportunity to learn more about ourselves. I think Socrates was very right when he said, the first rule for anyone in life is to know thyself. Well, I guess I've said about enough. I hope I haven't offended you or Anything?
Well, what's Socrates got to do with it? Did she get to be queen? Tell me, did she get to be queen? Did she get to be queen? Who's Socrates anyway? Know thyself!
Hey, Snoopy, you want to help me get my arm back in shape? Watch out for this one. It's a new fastball.
Excuse me a moment, Charlie Brown, but I wonder if you mind answering a few short questions.
Sure thing, Lucy.
I'm conducting a survey to enable me to know myself better. And first of all, I'd like to ask, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 as above average, and 90 as exceptional, where would you rate me with regards to crabbiness? Your ballots need not be signed, and all answers will be held in strictest confidence.
All the same, it's not an easy question to answer, Lucy.
You may have a few moments to think it over, or we can come back to that question later.
I'd like to come back to it later if you don't mind.
Very well then. This next question deals with certain character traits you may have observed. With regards to my personality, would you say that I was A, forceful, B, pleasing, or C, objectionable? What would that be, Charlie Brown? A, B, or C? Which would you choose, Charlie Brown? Charlie Brown,
Well, I'd have to say forceful,
Forceful.
Lucy, but...
I'll put a check mark next to A. Now, this next question deals with, well, how would you describe my ability to get along with others? Poor, fair, good, or excellent?
I suppose that depends on what you mean by get along with others.
You know, make friends, sparkle in a crowd, that sort of thing.
Is there a place for abstention?
Certainly. I'll put a check mark next to none of the above. Now, this next question deals with physical appearance. With regards to my beauty, would you say that I was A, stunning, B, mysterious, or C, intoxicating?
I don't know, Lucy. You look fine to me.
Stunning! Good. All right, then, let's get back to that first question. On a scale of 0 to 1...
I remember the question, Lucy.
Well?
51?
51. 51 is your crabbiness rating for me. Very good. Thank you, Charlie Brown. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated.
Anytime, Lucy. Come on, Snoopy.
Oh, just a minute. One final question.
Oh.
Would you answer yes or no to the following question? Is Lucy Van Pelt the sort of person you'd like to have as president of your club or civic organization?
Oh, yes, by all means, Lucy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Charlie Brown. Well, who asked you? Now, that's 51, none of the above. Schroeder was right. I can already feel myself being filled with the glow of self-awareness. Oh, Sally, I'm glad you're here. I'm conducting a survey and
110, C, poor, none of the above, no. And what are you going to do about the dent you made in my bicycle?
It is amazing how fast word spreads at these surveys. Oh, Linus, I'm conducting a survey and I want to ask you a few questions.
Sure, go ahead, Lucy.
First of all, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 as above average, and 90 as exceptional, where would you rate me with regards to crabbiness?
You're my big sister.
That's not the question.
No, but that's the answer.
Oh, come on, Linus, answer the question.
Look, Lucy, I know very well that if I give any sort of an honest answer to that question, you're going to slug me.
Linus, an answer that is, or a survey that is not built on honest answers is like a house that is built on a foundation of sand. Would I be spending my time conducting this survey if I did not expect complete candor in all responses? I promise not to slug you. Now, what number would you give me for my crabbiness rating?
95.
It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Now let's see. I add these two columns here, and that gives me my answer. Here it is. Let's see what we've got. It's true. I'm a crabby person. I'm a very crabby person, and everyone knows it. I've been spreading crabbiness everywhere I go. I'm a super crab. It's a wonder anyone speaks to me at all. It's a wonder I have any friends or even associates. I've been making life miserable for everyone. I've been breeding unhappiness and resentment. Where did I go wrong? How could I be so selfish? How could I be so
What's
stupid?
wrong, Lucy?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I don't deserve to be spoken to. I don't deserve to breathe the air I breathe. I'm no good, Linus. I'm no good.
That's not true, Lucy.
Yes, it is. I'm no good, and there's no reason I deserve to go on living on this planet.
Yes, there is.
Name one. Name one reason I deserve to go on breathing on the face of this earth.
Well, for one thing, you have a little brother who loves you. Every now and then I say the right thing.
Of course it's surprising, but I'm sure Lucy knows she can't be crabby anymore. Where is everybody? I told them to be here.
You told them to be here.
If we don't rehearse, we can't sing at the assembly tomorrow.
The assembly tomorrow.
Charlie Brown!
Charlie Brown!
Linus! Lucy!
Give me back my pencil, you blockhead!
Not until you promise to give me back my crayon.
That's my best pencil, you block. If you don't give me back my pencil, I'll tell Sally what you
Stop
said.
that! There's no time. We've got to rehearse.
What'd you say about me, Linus?
He said.
Stop that! I'm sorry. There's no time to be sorry.
What did he say?
He said.
Quiet! Now remember, this is a mood piece. We must paint a picture with music and words. And concentrate! Remember, adagio con brio.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play.
Give me my pencil.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word.
Not on your life.
The skies are not cloudy all day.
If you don't tell me what you told Lucy, I'm just going to scream.
Home, home on the range.
Give me my pencil.
No!
Where the deer
Not a deer
and
to tell her
What are you
play.
trying to do? Stifle my freedom of speech.
seldom is heard
Give me my
a
pencil.
discouraging word.
No promise, no
The
pencil.
skies are not cloudy all day.
What pencil?
No!
Be a land
Give me that pencil.
Linus, this just isn't fair.
so leisurely, the graceful white swan goes gliding along.
What did he call me?
He said you were an enigma.
An enigma.
An enigma.
Oh, that makes me want to tell me. What's an enigma? Never mind.
What's an enigma?
What's an enigma?
Heck, you still got my pencil.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word.
And the skies are not cloudy all day.
I've been wondering when it was that dog first began to be considered man's best friend.
Probably right after the invention of the cookies. My teeth are tingling again. I feel like I have to bite someone before sundown or I'll go stark raving mad. And yet, I know that society frowns upon such an action. So what happens? I'm stuck with tingly teeth.
Each family has a chain of command. And do you know who's the lowest on that chain? Guess. It's the dog! The dog is the lowest! Do you understand that? I said, do you understand that?
They hate it when you just stare at them like this.
Hey, Linus, where are you going? Lucy's teaching me, Charlie Brown. She says it's the big sister's responsibility to educate her younger brother, so she's teaching me. And boy, is she intelligent.
Come along, Linus. Do you see this tree? This is a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur coats. It also gives us wool in the wintertime.
That's very interesting, Lucy. I never thought of that before.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. An oak. You can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
Gosh, that's fascinating.
Lucy, hang on a second. I don't mean to interfere, but that
Way
doesn't
up there, those fluffy little white things. Those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things. Those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Is that so?
That's right. They run around all day long, tugging and tugging at each tiny seedling until it grows into a great tall blade of grass.
Boy, that's amazing.
Oh, good grief.
This way. And this thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gets so much water. Do you see that bird? It's called an eagle. But since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. And on Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat them.
Lucy, how can you say that? I'm sorry, I cannot stand idle and listen to your
And
wild...
way up there, the little stars and planets make the rain that falls in showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, the snow comes up, just like the flowers.
Now, Lucy, I know that's wrong. Snow doesn't come up, it comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows it around, so it looks like it's coming down. But actually, it comes up out of the ground like grass. It comes up, Charlie Brown. Snow comes up!
Oh, good grief.
Lucy, why is Charlie Brown banging his head on that tree?
To loosen the bark to make the tree grow faster. Clouds make the wind blow, bugs can make the grass grow. So, there you go. These are little known facts that now you know.
My stomach clock just went off. It's supper time and Charlie Brown has forgotten to feed me. Oh, here I lie, the withering hollow shell of a dog. And there sits my supper dish, somewhere else. But that's all right. He'll remember. When no furry friend comes to greet him after school, then he'll remember. And he'll come rushing out here to the doghouse, but it'll be too late. There'll be nothing left but the dried carcass of the former friend who used to love to run and play so happily with him. Nothing left but the bleached puppy bones.
Hey, Snoopy, are you asleep or something? I've been standing out here a whole minute with your supper.
Supper time? Supper time? Behold the brimming bowl of meat and meal, which is brought forth to ease our hunger. Behold the flowing flagon moist and sweet, which has been sent to slake our thirst.
All right, there's no need for a big production. Just get down off that doghouse and eat.
Do 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 do. It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. Oh, it's supper time. Very best time of day. It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can supper be far away? Bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the bacon and fill me up, 'cause it's supper time. Do Do-bop-a-doo-ow, do-bop-a-doodly-bop-a, supper time. Do-do-do-do-do-ah-bow. Oh, bring on the dog food, bring on the bone, bring on the barrel and roll me home, 'cause it's supper, 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 super pepper upper, supper, super duper supper time. Wintertime's nice with the ice and snow. The summertime's nice with a place to go. Bedtime, overtime, halftime too. But they just can't hold a candle to my supper time! Oh, yeah! Come to Papa. I've waited for you for so long! Oh, bring on the hamburger, bring on the bun. Pappy's little puppy loves everyone, 'cause it's supper, 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 super pepper upper, supper, super duper supper time.
Supper time.
Ooh,
Supper time.
ooh, yeah.
Supper time.
Bring on the meat.
Supper time.
It's Happy.
Supper time.
Whoa.
Supper time. Supper time.
Bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on.
Supper time. Supper time. Supper time. Supper time.
Now hang on. Cut that out! Why can't you eat your meal quietly and calmly like any other normal dog?
Oh, what's so wrong with making mealtime a joyous occasion? Supper! Supper, supper, supper!
Well, I don't know, Linus. It looks like an airplane to me the way the lights are blinking on and off. Schroeder, is that an airplane or a star?
I believe that's a star, but it could also be a planet, you know. Or maybe even a satellite.
It could be a satellite. I wonder.
Well, we'll never find out by just standing here.
Where are you going?
To get a closer look.
I'd like to sit up here after supper time and listen to the sounds of the night. But something's missing. How? In my opinion, that's exactly what it needed.
I'm so happy that little redheaded girl dropped her pencil. It has teeth marks in it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. It hasn't been such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil.
Pizza with sausage.
Telling the time.
Happiness is learning to whistle.
Tying your shoes for the very first time.
Happiness is playing the drum in your own school band.
And happiness is walking hand in hand.
Happiness is 2 kinds of ice cream, knowing a secret, climbing a tree. Happiness is 5 different crayons, catching a firefly, setting him free. Happiness is being alone every now and then, and happiness is coming home again.
Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
Happiness is having a sister,
Sharing a sandwich.
getting along.
Happiness is singing together when day is through. And happiness is those who sing with you.
Happiness is those who sing with
Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too.
For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.